Should we share our YouTube link on our Facebook?
We are now streaming. Welcome to the pre-show show.
Huh?
I haven't said.
I will.
Hi, Jess.
Hello.
Jess, duck in and say hello, please, and thank you.
Hi.
There we go.
But is the audio coming from microphones into that?
Yeah. Yeah, so you got to be in the mic. You got to be in the mic. Welcome to the pre-show show. We haven't hit the button to record the actual podcast yet, so that'll happen here at some point.
Oh, hold on. I need to share. I'm on our stream. Give me 1 second.
You cannot watch at the same time. It will screw everything up.
Does anybody know where my phone is?
Haven't seen the phone. Nope. No. You want me to call it?
Did you see it now?
Oh, there's like a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
I only pulled it up. We look pretty good.
Ted said our audio is solid. Thank you, Ted.
Oh, man. Facebook. Welcome to a fresh, simpler face. Why can't they just leave it like it was in 2008 when I got it?
Oh, Joey.
My stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended bit rate. So it wants me to change my bit rate.
A bit rate.
I don't know. The other night it told me that it wanted my bit rate really low when I was testing, and now it says it wants the bit rate really high. I'm just going to go with what's here because I think it's okay. I'm going to hit the button to record the actual podcast, Joey.
Tune in. I'm updating our Facebooks.
People are going to tune out if we don't get going here. Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Let's shoot it.
I got to get my show notes up.
I got more than show notes up.
Boom, boom.
I got our Facebook up.
There we go. 86.
I do not like the new Facebook. I feel like Wes when I say that. Like I don't like change,
I'll
but
be honest with you. I don't even know there was a new Facebook.
I just logged on.
Okay. We ready to do this, buddy?
Let's slap the monkey.
Oh, I got no SD card.
Are you serious? I asked you that already.
I'm going to record with this one.
Nice cans.
Are canned boobs or flat?
Pitter patter.
You want to put them in the trash can now?
There's no trash bag.
Yes, there is.
You ready to go?
I was born ready.
I'm Brian.
I'm Joey.
Welcome to episode 86 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. And welcome both of our live stream viewers. Sorry about that little pre-show show where the audio was coming through, but
You get what you get. You don't get upset.
come on along, everybody, and spend the next hour or so with Joey and I as we talk about gravel bikes, technology issues, adventure biking, bikepacking, bike camping, or just playing bikes.
I'm full of technology issues.
Yeah. Still have a shortage of bike parts.
It gets worse and worse every hour.
Before we get too deep, any Patreon or PayPal love coming
I'm
our
trying
way,
to
Joey?
update the gram. We have no one. Not even the Don this week. There's some election thing getting ready to start.
We haven't had. Maybe we should just stop asking for it.
I think once you stop asking, it just starts
Okay.
rolling in. Like
We're not going to mention it again
Rolling
until
in.
we get a new Patreon or a PayPal supporter. But like you said before,
we have many ongoing supporters,
yeah,
monetary and non-monetary.
right. I mean,
So-
they're just people that support us by liking our posts.
You know,
and-
as like Tom Stewart was in the shop the other day, and I think Tom's been a supporter since like day one.
yeah, really
And
close
he
to
just,
it.
He just actually, I told him I'm gonna take him a 6-pack on by his new house next week.
Nice little.
I might ride my bike up there because I got cleared to ride my bike
Well, we're going to talk about that.
and take a beer to him.
That'd be nice
He's like a mile up the road.
because he's close by.
He's between the shop and here. It's perfect.
And I think we probably haven't sold any T-shirts because of all the only thing we have left are like weird sizes. So what are you
I
drinking?
got store T-shirts now.
What are you drinking over there?
I've been slugging this all summer. Sierra Nevada hazy little thing IPA.
Oh, I've seen you drinking that.
It's one of those nice.
It's a summer beer.
It's a summer beer. It's a good IPA. It's hazy.
Cool.
What are you drinking?
Bubbly water. I'm not drinking tonight.
Well, I'm gonna go to bubbly. I freaking love seltzer.
I got way too much technology in front of me right now. I need to focus on what I'm doing like a laser beam.
Laser. I'm
So-
updating our grammars.
We do need to let everybody know we're on Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube. We're live streaming the recording of the podcast. Now, that's not going to impact, Joey, the way that we're going to deliver the core product.
Yeah, you just get like a
we're still delivering. I mean, we're still focused on the audio version of the podcast. It's still going to be released through all the podcast players. YouTube is just this little sidebar thing. Hey, everybody. And if you want to watch and get like a little preview into what goes on with the program, then you have that opportunity to do that. And for a long time, I've been uploading the audio of the podcasts with the little waveform file, thing going on. And that I think has gotten a little boring. So, this is like cool. I think we can show off stuff if you want to talk about something because, you're
I could be like the Home Shopping Network with like new.
You're just gonna try to.
You
hawk
do my
stuff?
makeup and I'll get back here and I'll hawk. I put some tchotchkes on the table just for this anyway.
Did you do your makeup?
I probably have to shave for makeup.
I did my makeup.
I'm being pretty bad. I'm putting this all over a social.
So that's okay. You want me, since you're over there busy doing
done now.
social work?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do my recap of what happened?
Always. I'm
with-
interested in
my world?
hearing what Brian's been up to besides
Okay.
flat tires.
5 rides in a row, Joey. 5
That's funny now.
rides in a row. It is. Major tire failure events. I'm not talking about, I got a flat, let's fix it. It was like, I got a big old shredded tire with a shredded inner tube, and I don't know. I'm just going to rant for a little bit because I don't know how people with tubes do it.
By like ride 4, were you just planning on like expecting it at some point in time?
Yeah.
Like it's going to happen.
I even started carrying, because I got old man hands, everything's broken. So I've carried my tire jack with me so that I could get those little tight tires back on the rim. I actually been carrying it. And I carried it today too. It's just, it got so old so fast. The lesson I have learned is that hobbled together crap just doesn't work. And I know that, I do this. I'm a bit of a hoarder with my bike stuff. Mm-hmm. I always keep old tires. For what reason now, I don't know. It's always like, if I got an emergency, then I'll have this tire. It's still got a little life left in it, right?
Isn't that what the Somalis did when the Americans were coming? They burned all their tires?
Did they?
Black smoke, yeah. It was kind of signaling.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
Signal when the zombies are coming.
Well, I have learned now that there was a reason that the tire came off the bike, and it is now trash. So deposit it directly into the trash can.
Yep.
And now I also understand why. Because do you watch Walking Dead or anything like that?
I've seen 40 minutes of an episode like the 2 times I've been to the gym in the last 2 years.
Okay. So this whole post-apocalyptic kind of dystopian movie
Something
scene.
like that, yeah.
I have always wondered, because it's kind of thing, I enjoy it. I enjoy Walking Dead, and I enjoy that theme. I've always wondered, like, why don't these people ride bikes? Why do they walk everywhere? Now I get it.
Maybe they just didn't think about it.
Without a bike shop and without really smart bike mechanics to hobble your stuff back together when it's broke down and busted, you're not going to go more than like a month. I understand. I get it. No bike parts and super smart bike mechanics are available to help you in the post-apocalyptic world unless, you're around. But I did today.
I'm not going to make it that long.
I did today because you saw me ride by the shop.
Oh, yeah. I saw those socks.
Yeah. Did you see me with my GTD
I didn't even
sunset
see.
jersey?
I just looked at the socks.
Oh, they were on point. And I know Ted might still be watching. I don't know. But, kudos again on that analysis because those socks are so on point. And I'm going to say this, and you may get upset with me. Those hand-up socks could quickly become a favorite.
Color or comfort?
Both.
You do realize they're the
Both.
same Defeat socks that Ridge supplies.
They are not the same.
You don't think so?
No.
They're both made by Defeat.
So my
Handlebar mustache.
my Ridge Supply socks are really hard to get on and off my feet.
Well, you got to be 10% smarter than the object you're using. They are comfortable.
What did you say? You got to be 10%
Smarter than my grandpa always used to tell me that. You got to be 10% smarter.
I really do like those socks.
Oh, they're very comfortable.
They're very comfortable and easy to get on, easy to get off, easy. Again, old man hands, and I can't bend over that well. So
Mans.
So today, like I said, you saw me ride by the shop, and I put on. I knew I had these, and I just had to find them. Brand new, specialized Armadillo tires, 700 by 25. So they're 25. They're skinny. Those are literally, Joey, the hardest tire
Oh, they're horrible.
in the history of the world. Remember when I had to put those Nimbus tires on my AWOL back when I was touring, and that was the only tire I could get?
Oh, maybe these aren't defeats.
They
I
were-
remember the Nimbus.
It was.
Oh, you hated those.
I hated these. It said on the side, anti-flat technology.
Yeah, did you get a flat?
No, it's anti-fun technology because it's literally like riding on a piece of steel. Every little bump, every little chatter, every little piece was straight up, right through your hands, right through your wrist, up your arms into the core of your very
Is that on the Roubaix?
bearing. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It was horrible. It was absolutely
So
horrible.
much for that future track.
So no, but I was saying even with that, and you know the Roubaix has that little bit of flex in the seat post.
Maybe.
Well, it's supposed to. That's their shtick. It's supposed to have that little space, But even with all of that, it was every little bump, every little piece of chatter was just all up in your grill, all up in the taint. Just horrible.
Horrible.
Horrible. And, but good news, my 5,000 showed up tonight in the mail.
Oh, nice.
So now I'll tell everybody that Joey lamented about not having those tires for me. And I did something that I don't.
I gave you every opportunity to buy them from me.
You did not. You gave me every opportunity to buy them from you like 2 months from now.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I did. I lamented this, and I really had a hard time with it. I had a struggle to go online and buy them, but I was surprised when I found them, and I ordered them. And I'm not going to share where I got them, but I think if anybody's looking for tires, you can go online and get them. But I feel really bad about that. Can I pay you to come bring them down to the shop and set them up? Put them on, get all the sealant right and everything. I want to somehow.
You know, for you, Brian, I think I can make an exception.
No, I want. I want to do something like that to support, because it's very important to support your local bike shop. And
Speaking of which, you reminded me to order all my stuff for tonight. Thanks.
I'm
I'm just clicking 2 buttons, but I added some 25 tubeless GP5000s.
So now you can. That's what I got. You can now see everybody what's going on with the YouTube live stream. I sit over here and talk, and Joey sits over there and works.
People don't realize how much I work.
So that's my update. I've got new tires coming in. You've got me sitting here in front of me. New Pathfinders.
And a used one. Well, a one rider.
Yeah, I'll try that.
That guy had like 12 flats. I gave him that ride. It was his rim, but I ended up giving those tubeless, non-tubed, they're like foam core tires and wheels off the Alibi.
Oh, no.
I was like, dude, you have no tubes now to worry about. He was one of those guys I thought he was just going to go postal on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, tell me that you determined that it was the rim that caused that tire.
At the end of the day, we don't know now.
don't know.
I just gave
well,
new
I'll let
wheels.
you know. I'll try it. I'll put it on.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave him another one that long story.
Okay. Well, I'll try it and I'll let you know. So good news, everybody, because I've gotten so many messages from people. Hey, you need tires? You need tires? I got tires. I can get you tires. And thank you, everybody, for all of that support. But I think my tire world is back in, or my tire house is back in order. I am going to go to those Pathfinders that do not have the tan wall, but they're straight black. And I do love the tan wall. That gum wall is very attractive. But, eventually at some point, those will wear out. Those Pathfinders seem to wear out really fast on me. I think it's because
you ride a lot.
I ride them on the road a lot, too. And they do get cut.
No offense, you're not like 140 pounds.
Oh,
So,
God,
I
no.
mean,
Yeah.
but
I'm hard
you
on
get,
tires.
You get your money's worth out of a lot of your stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Clap it out.
Ride or die, or whatever they say.
Yeah. Clap it out.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your world, Joey?
Well, I'm ordering
tell me
quality
about-
bicycle products right now.
Do you want me to keep rambling on while
No.
you finish your work?
I am
or-
rabbit is good, rabbit is wise. No, I don't. People don't want to hear much from me anymore.
Yeah, they do.
But I did get cleared yesterday. I started physical therapy. I got everything all sorted out. It was last week. That was before last time we talked. And then I started PT yesterday. I got evaluated, started some stuff. I have some home stretches I have to do. I'm like very tight everywhere. My kneecap is super loose. I'm beat up. I have a huge like slouch that I don't know about. Like my one shoulder blade is way higher than the other when you look at me. Like
I've never seen that.
if you stand behind me, she showed me in the mirror, but then like my head sits all weird. So
Yeah.
she's like, I'm going to fix you from the bottom to the top.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like $1 million and go crush the 120 on unpaved.
There you go.
No, not like that. But, so I need to buy I do have to buy one of those, because I want to wear my big knee. I don't have a big knee brace, but I have like a more of a robust one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy something like smaller, a little more maneuver, like something you'd wear like if you're playing,
like a compression.
like Michael
kind of
Scott
thing.
was playing basketball in when he was playing the
Yeah.
shipping.
He come. Well, I'm not gonna. There's a.
Anyway, so I'm gonna pop out the Sequoia tomorrow. I'm gonna put on my new SPD sandals. I'm just gonna ride from here around Solomon's and
Well,
back
wait a
about
minute.
10 miles.
Should you actually clip in though?
Probably not. I should probably put on my Chesters.
Well, let's think about that for a minute though.
No,
If
that's
you-
a lot of.
if you clip in, then your foot you're in a solid position and you're not going to be twisting and bending. If you put on flats, well, not if you put Chesters on and like ride with your 510s or something like that or your Vans,
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
lock in. They'll
Oh
lock
yeah,
in.
my Vans on.
Yeah.
Those things. That's just as nice as clipless sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So what are you going to do? You going to put the SPDs on and
No, I've been meaning to put on my Chesters anyway.
Okay.
I thought about wearing the sandals, but I didn't think about. You're
Yeah, you
older
do.
and wiser.
you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You just don't want to. You don't want to.
But hasn't stopped me from pedaling my kayak.
The other side though is really, if you think about it, you might actually lock that knee into a position and
Yeah.
it might be
Keep it
beneficial.
immobilized.
Keep it kind of
immobile-
locked in,
Immobilized.
immobilized. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Both sides of that are something to think about. I think you can't go wrong either way.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, that's big news.
That is big news.
It does cut away some of my fishing time. So we did
Well-
fish. We fished all day yesterday.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I guess it's for our other podcast.
Yeah. But we can talk about it here. We
Yeah.
slayed them
Oh,
yesterday.
you really slayed them. You picked up that first that way everything was biting that day,
Yep.
and took me a little bit to catch on, and then I did way better the second part of the day after our little date on the island.
Yeah, but
on the beach.
I would not have been there if you hadn't shown me where they were. So we found the edge where there was like some hard shell bottom, where it didn't make 3 feet of water. It just intersected with some grass.
Yep.
And running those little soft plastics over that, we picked up a ton of puppy drum, perch, like some of the biggest perch
the biggest
I think
perch
I've ever
I've
caught
seen.
in a long
ever.
time. One of them that came up that when we were leaving, kind of drifting back out,
Oh, yeah.
and that big one came up. I swear I thought it was a striper. I thought it was.
Oh, I did too.
I was like, "There's no way that's a perch."
I mean, I had a couple of huge hits. Remember, I missed like 3 in a row. I mean, one might have been a bigger puppy drum, but we were in like that school of perch, and that thing destroyed me.
I went back and looked at the video. Remember, I told you I had that one puppy drum and something come up and took a slap at it. It looked like it was a big bluefish, or maybe
Oh.
it could have been a big
speckled
speck.
trout.
Could have been a big
Yeah.
speck.
Well, the
'Cause-
one Eric just caught.
yeah, it could have been. It was a fish of that size that came up and tried to take the back end of that puppy drum out. Enough about fishing.
I dog fishing all day, but I have another podcast for that.
Any weird repairs this week?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say weird. I got this performance. It's actually for a guy up the street. It's like a 3-wheel recumbent. You lay down. It's got like this carbon shell seat. It's ridiculous. It's like
Okay.
a full lay down kind of thing.
You never see those around here.
No, and
You see them a lot in Florida.
yeah.
They're all over this,
older people?
all over the place in Florida.
I don't think this lady realizes how extreme this thing is. And I think she just thought she was going to cruise around and at, like Dow Road.
It's a rocket, lady.
But it came like directly from China. I should have quarantined it longer. I did let it sit for like a week. Excuse me. And man, I opened that thing up, and it was in all its own pieces, literally piece by piece.
Oh my God.
And I was telling him Friday, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be a lot longer than that. So I got most of it together today, and it was still missing parts from the manufacturer. The manufacturer called me, and they're mailing them. It was just a pain in my ass.
So is it actually a shell?
No, it's not like a full shell thing. It's like
Okay.
you lay down, you got the little, it's like you're flying an airplane.
Yeah, I got you. 2 wheels?
3.
That's so 3
Easier to
wheels.
flip.
Okay.
At higher
Gotcha.
speeds.
Oh, 2 in the front or 2 in the back?
2 in the front.
2 in the front. Okay.
Probably not as easy as 2 in the back, but those
Yeah.
things flip easy.
I'm going to tell you, you go to Florida. I mean, when I rode that down in St. Pete for a long time, you'd show up for a group ride, and there'd be like 40 people for a group ride. And there would always be like the 3 guys in their like carbon shell.
Oh, I hated the
recumbent
shell
things.
people at like Seagull Century.
Oh my God, they
cruise like at
so
25,
fast.
30.
Even more than that, these dudes down in Florida. I mean, your A groups are rolling like 25, 26 because it's just flat. I mean,
Yeah.
once you get rolling and you're in a group, it's kind of like you're just going to keep getting sucked faster and faster and faster. And these guys would start off at the front and they would hang out for a few minutes, and then it was like bye. They were hitting like they
Felicia.
were hitting like 35 and 40 and just
Yeah.
flying down the road. But man, that seems like it's awful sketch to me. I would not want to be in one of those little tubes. No,
No.
not doing it. Not
They
doing
might
it.
protect you when you crash.
I don't think so.
Put a roll cage in there.
Yeah. This one dude had like I looked inside of it. He had like a stereo and all kinds of crazy stuff going on. A little iPod and a speaker.
That's gonna be like my kayak
like a
soon.
little car.
No, I mean that's my weird repair of the week.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It's been. I mean, it's still. I'm still slammed, but we're getting through it.
Yeah.
I think that's
Any more bikes come in?
Oh yeah, we've been getting bikes. I got
Yeah.
like 4 more today. I think they're all sold. I got one. I got a like of all weird bikes. It was a Specialized Roll, which is a cruiser. No one's name on it. I actually would have loved to buy it. Buy it. It'd be fun to ride from here to work and cruise around. It's like this really nice burnt orange.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's sexy. And then as soon as we got it built, it might have been on the floor for a few hours. A lady calls. She's like, "Yeah, I'm coming down to Bethesda next week to pick up a dog from Jersey." And she's like, "Do you have like a large Roll Sport?" I'm like, "It's not even, we barely had it."
So wait a minute though. Wait. Last week.
So we got it on Thursday night. We built it Friday, and Friday morning, or like Friday afternoon after we built it Friday morning,
It was gone.
she's like, "I've been calling around."
Yeah, but last week you were telling people that never works. Don't do that. And there it just worked. And you just shared the story of it working.
Well,
so
we
you
don't ship.
I know.
She's willing to drive down.
Oh. You're saying don't call me and
I'll talk
ask
to you
me
if you want to drive down, but
Yeah.
I get like 30
Okay,
phone
okay.
calls of like,
Okay.
"Hey, I'm in Indonesia." Remember I answered the Indonesia question yesterday in my email?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we've
Don't-
had a lot of Jersey sales.
Unless you're willing to like make the trek, you probably shouldn't be calling shops. That's
people-
okay. That's valid. I
People
get
always
that.
act
I get
dumbfounded. I'm
that.
like,
I
you
get
can't.
that.
We're not going to ship. No one should be shipping.
No.
You're going to get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. You know, there's shadies that do it. But
And we do have we have a new Salsa Journeyman.
okay.
It's a Claris. It'll probably be sold. It's a 54. Yeah, 54 drop bar. And it had 700C wheels. The guy was interested in it with 650, so Josh had a pretty much brand new set with Gumball Pathfinders on it.
Mhm.
Oh, man, because it's like this burnt maroon burgundy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sexy
Hmm.
with the gum walls.
You need to put some pictures up.
I'm going to post pictures because we'll sell it whichever wheel set you want. It looks good. But, yeah, I mean, we got some new Cirruses in. I think they're back-ordered for customers.
Yeah.
We're getting them in. Sold another rebate today, which is we're starting to thin out rebates, and there's none available.
Hmm.
So that's about it.
So I posted earlier today that we were going to do a live stream. We didn't get any listener voicemail that I'm aware of or listener email this week. But I did post on Facebook that we were going to try this live stream thing again. Mm-hmm. And this literally, I really did laugh at this. John posted, he said, what, could, go, wrong, with a meme of a guy jumping on an ice shelf and it breaking apart and falling. I was like, yep, that's, that could very well be what happens here tonight. But I think it's going okay. Let me actually click the button. We've got 4 whole people. I'm going to give some shout outs. Ted is there. Pudgy Pedal Pusher. I don't know who that. He says ahoy. And Carrie said she loves her Diverge from PAX. So she does love her bike. She loves her Diverge to death. So that's that. So you got any news you want to talk about or anything?
Oh, that's Ben.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Just
He's on our Instagram.
Anyway, so you don't have any news or anything you want to talk about this week? Any events or anything?
No, I feel like I am like Groundhog Day.
I was seriously going to put a new gravel route up today. That was on my list of things to do.
Oh, I got a couple in my email.
Okay,
I
good.
got to forward over.
Yeah. And then I actually got an email from a client, and I had to actually, work? 4-letter word? I had to do stuff this afternoon. So I did actually have some other paying type business, which does sometimes take priority. No, it does. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I had to do that. So I didn't actually get to put a route on. A few weeks ago, Travis Olson sent me a request. I think it was Travis. I'm pretty sure it was Travis. I got to actually go back and look. He wanted to know what I carry as a tour leader in my first aid kit. And I've been pushing this off
What
and
do you
pushing this
carry?
off. And you see, I've got a lot written down here.
Oh, you do.
I got a lot. Now,
It's
what
more
I'm
than
going
I
to
would
do,
carry.
I'm gonna break this thing down, and as I go through this, I've got some funny anecdotal stories from tours where things went sideways with people with issues. But I'm going to try to share some of that without giving away too many details. So before we even get to what's in the kit,
This takes up a whole page.
yeah, because I'm a pro. I'm a pro at this now. Well, not this year. How long before you lose your pro status? How long does that take? Because I don't think I led a tour at all this year. I know in March I had one right at the cusp of the thing that was like the first one canceled. And then I had literally one of the last tours that was supposed to run this season also get canceled. So
You can take me out somewhere and we'll call it a tour. Pay you
Okay.
$5.
Yeah, that'll do.
Keep your pro status.
So before we even talk about what's in a kit, the very, very, very first step one is obviously what? A first aid course. You definitely want to start there. And you may want to consider what's referred to as WIFA, which is your Wilderness First Aid certification. You've heard of that, right?
Oh, I got that.
Do you have your WIFA?
Yeah.
I
Well, I
was-
don't know if it's current.
Probably not.
Because then I was looking at getting stuff done for Knowles at one point in time years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Knowles actually works with REI. And I was looking at REI WIFA courses for this spring and didn't pull the trigger, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. But they're basically, if you're going to do any kind of backcountry, or if you want to do anything serious, Wilderness First Aid is a good thing to have. Your standard first aid course, it takes a couple hours to go through and do. You can do it just about anywhere. We do one through our bike club. Every other year, we have somebody come in and do a first aid course. So
No one needed first aid this time.
No, I did it. A
Didn't
bunch of
someone get
people
taken out in an ambulance last time?
Yeah, it was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had somebody actually in the first aid class.
In the CPR class, CPR.
Take a header into the tile floor and off of a stool and end up having to like call 911 for somebody that was in the first aid course. So that was interesting. We thought that he had planted it. I thought for sure that it was like it was shtick. He was like, "Oh, I want you to fall over."
Everyone's like, "Stop joking." And it's like,
He would
spazzing out.
He would have been like considered method acting because he legit did a face plant from the top of a bar stool into the hard floor. So I knew at that point it wasn't. So if you're looking for your WIFA, it's about $250 through REI to take that course. They're usually like a whole weekend. And as Joey's talking about, you can check out Knowles. That's National Outdoor Leadership School. Yeah, I couldn't remember what the S was for. And they work with REI and do courses. So that's your first stop is a good first aid course. Now, what you have to remember, though, that first aid is not a medical solution.
Second aid is.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to solve your problem. It's the first stop on a path to medical assistance. So I should be able to help you not get worse, hopefully, but I am not going to necessarily be able to fix your problem. So that's another, like, people get confused. It's like, you got first aid, like, just fix me. And I'm not a doctor. Didn't do it. That doesn't work. So the first thing, in my opinion, in a good first aid kit is your cell phone or a satellite phone if you're backcountry, and some form of reliable backup power for that. So I always carry my cell phone, obviously. I think everybody religiously carries it, but I have to keep my cell phone all day on a tour on in case somebody needs to get a hold of me. So I have to have little battery backups, and I usually carry a backup for the backup. And inevitably somebody will see that and they'll have forgotten theirs and they want to use that because their phone's about to die because they've been running Strava. And I have to tell them, no, this is, it's not because Susie forgot her, to charge her phone overnight. I'm not giving you my backup power. And sat phones, I was leading a backcountry tour in Grand Canyon, and we had sat phones. One of I don't want to say the tour company that I was working for at the time, but probably everybody can figure it out.
Michael Scott Tour Company.
They had given us sat phones, which when we needed them, and we did actually need them, failed miserably. You could not get any reception on a sat phone. They were butt old. They had given us no instructions on how to use them. It was, you won't. It was that attitude of you won't need it. They're just, you know, for
Did you need it?
we needed it. Yeah, we absolutely needed it. Had a guy, and this actually leads into the next thing. So I'm going to combine these two together. An understanding of the issues that you may face based upon where you are, and as much as possible, a candid understanding of the medical conditions of the people in your group. So here's what happened with the sat phone and that lack of an understanding of a medical condition of one of our participants. So it was my van day. I'm waiting down in Grand Canyon National Park. We were on the South Rim. Now, on this tour, we would go 3 days without even seeing other people. And we were camping on the side of the road in little, like well-known but sort of stealthy campsites.
Too much seltzer.
Yeah, too much seltzer. Got too excited. And we had one participant who did not tell us about his heart condition. And I'm in the van, so I'm sitting there with you keep the phone on, you know, you've got the little sat phone, you're carrying it around, and I'm relaxing because it's like my first touch of civilization in a long time. And I'm sitting on the porch of the little visitor center just outside the campground, and the phone goes off. Apparently, you know, my co-tour leader had come over a hill to find one of our participants literally balled up in the fetal position on a little gravel road on a little forest road. And the girlfriend sitting there on the side of the road on her phone, like nothing's going on. And apparently he had some sort of a weird heart condition that occasionally caused him to go into some sort of weird seizures or something. I still honestly don't know what it was. Not even 100% sure that it was real. So I don't know. But again, you know, my co-leader and I are trying to talk to each other over these sat phones, trying to understand what the other ones, because she's wanting me to come pick them up because they were getting ready to get on the Arizona Trail, but they were currently on a road. So, but I couldn't connect the dots, couldn't get those pieces together because the sat phones were crapped out. So make sure you have some form of reliable communication. So again, to recap all of that, first thing's a first aid course. Remember that it's not a solution, it's a stopgap. Your cell phone or reliable communications with some sort of backup power and an understanding of where you are and what the people in your group may actually have happened to them along the way. So what's in the actual kit? Never, ever, ever put anything in your first aid kit that you don't know how to use. Unbelievable how many times people will pull a splint or pull a this or that out of a first aid kit and they want to hand it off to somebody else. It's like, I don't know. You have to know. If you don't know how to use it, don't put it in your kit. Looking at wound care, I mean, this is sort of like obvious no-brainer stuff. Gauze, dressings, and bandages, tape. Some people forget this. An irrigation syringe, if you need to take something out of a water bottle to get debris out of a cut or a wound or something out of somebody's eye, you want to be able to control the flow of that and direct the flow of that.
Yeah, like a jet nozzle water bottle.
Iodine for cleaning, moleskin for blisters, antiseptic, antibiotic ointment, transparent film dressings. That's another good thing if you're out.
So like Tegaderm?
Yeah. If
Every
you're,
cyclist needs that.
you know, something like that. And then the medicine stuff, ibuprofen, vitamin I, acetaminophen, antihistamine, Diamode. Do you know what Diamode is?
How do people come up with spelling?
I don't know.
Like, there's an A in there you didn't even pronounce.
This is probably like literally the most important, in all my opinion, it's the diarrhea control stuff.
You know I take that before any of our bigger rides. It's like, sorry, Brian, we got to stop at Wawa. I got to get my Pepto for the day.
I thought you knew what that
It's like
would be.
multiple rides with you. I've done that.
Aspirin, and then some sort of bite sting and itch relief. And the best format I've found for that is a wipe because it's easy to control, easy to actually keep them separate, not use too much. You want to have a pair of gloves, probably multiple gloves, and it's not just for changing a chain or putting a drop pain chain back on. You don't want to get somebody else's fluid on you, and you don't want to get any of your fluid on them. And in today's world, obviously something new, masks. You know, that's kind of a no-brainer. I never carried masks in my first aid kit, but I think you do need to now. CPR Face Shield, and I got a lot of those. Carrie actually found some on Amazon, and they're highly disposable. It's a one-way valve so that when I breathe in, I don't get anything back into my mouth that you may expel, because a lot of times people will vomit. And that is literally the last thing you want in your mouth. You make sure it's a one-way valve so you don't have any of their stuff coming back into you.
Isn't that what we should be wearing now? For Corona?
Yeah.
One-way valves.
Just, you know what? Actually, that would solve the problem. That's all the problem. Just walk around with that thing in your mouth like a duck bill. A SAM splint, if you know what, or some type of a splint system. You know what a SAM splint is? It's the foam with the metal in the middle that you can kind of mold and form.
Flexible.
Yeah. A good set of medical shears, because you don't want to cut somebody that you're trying to help that has been cut. I don't want to cut them more.
Or like you might have to cut like some of their clothes off.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons. You want to be very careful.
New Rafa shorts.
Tweezers to take out splinters, and then especially here on the East Coast, some sort of a tick puller. Get that little sucker out. Safety pins. That's, if you want to do your laundry and pin your socks together, Joey.
I need to do
Get
that.
your
still.
safety pins.
That was early, Rona, you told me.
Coban wrap, and know how to use it, because that stuff, if you get it too tight, it can cut off your circulation. And here's one that a lot of people will skip out on: triangle bandages. We're on bikes, so think about a collarbone. You definitely want to have something you can make a sling out of. You can make it out of a jersey, you can make it out of just any kind of thing, but if you have the actual piece of triangle cloth, you can, it's a whole lot easier. Space blanket to keep people warm that may go into shock. Duct tape to stop people from screaming if things go really sideways. Nothing. No reaction from you on that. Duct tape to stop people from screaming. So you would duct tape
That's
there.
horrible.
I just wondering if you're listening to me.
Oh, I'm reading it.
Duct tape solves a lot of problems, though.
Duct tape and ibuprofen.
And crazy glue, I know is going to be on your list. A Sharpie. Now, Sharpie can write on skin. So if you need to put a person into an ambulance, and God forbid you've had to apply a tourniquet, and you need to communicate to whoever is on the receiving end of that person with a tourniquet, you can write on there the time that it went on, because that's an important piece of information. Or you just may want to have other information. You want to write your cell number, say somebody's unconscious. Obviously, somebody should go with somebody like that, but not all the time does that convenience. A notepad and a pencil. I always carry the waterproof field notes. You know those little books? They're waterproof. Accident forms, if you're working for a shop and you're needing to report on something that's happened, it's a whole lot easier to do that when it happens than it is to try to recreate it later on. And then once you've got your kit put together, make sure that for those disposable items that you're checking expiration dates regularly, and then restock and reorganize whenever you go out on a new trip. That's really important. I know we had some downtime on one of the trips that I was working for, a tour company, and we started to break down the first aid kits, and literally things in there had been expired for years, and it was like, good. These were the big event kind of kits. So we went through them, figured them all out, and restocked everything, and that was how we started our trip. How somebody ended it before, who knows. Now, the other thing, too, is always know where your bag is. Always know where your kit is inside of a bag. So I have certain places that I'll put it. If I'm doing fully loaded, I will typically put it on the top left-hand or drive side, or I'll put it on the top.
Right side, drive side.
Right, other side. Ugh.
Grab my arm.
Yes,
other arm.
Because if the
My
bike
other arm.
lays, anyway, just know where they are. If you put it in a specific place, you know where it is, and it's always on the top, so you're not having to pull apart a bag to get to a first aid kit. Just make sure you know where it is. And we talked about crazy glue. Sometimes it can actually be an option. I don't particularly like to use it simply because you could be sealing a lot of bad stuff in.
You cauterize it.
Catheterize it.
Oh, God. I was just thinking of the Revenant.
So that's something that I've never really been a fan of. I know a lot of people that do carry it. Or something like Dermabond. It's like a skin adhesive. That's a little bit better. But inevitably, people will put like antiseptic on top of it, and it just breaks it all down anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't like the idea of crazy glue because you can just, unless you know something's clean, you're just sealing in bacteria is what it ends up doing, and then it just festers and doesn't want to get out. So that's not something I do. We did have that we were on a tour. No, it wasn't a tour. It was it was a sick bikepacking trip, and I think it was Nick. Nick fell and scraped his knee up, and it was Dan, real Dan, comes up and he said, he was kind of make a joke. He said, are we going to catheterize him? He meant carterize, is what he was trying to say. And it was like, yeah, I don't know that that's something we're going to actually take on this trip.
Oh, jeez.
So there it is. I hope that was as comprehensive an answer and is helpful for some folks. I know that, and there's a lot when it comes down. It's a lot to carry. Now, keep in mind, too, that in addition to your first aid kit, you got to carry mechanical stuff, too, which I tend to undercarry. I really don't think I'm going to need to be changing shifter cables on the road and things of that nature. That is more of a...
I always tell people there's, what's Crank Brothers, 19... you can get a bigger multi-tool.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't fix it with that, you shouldn't be on the bike.
Yeah.
That's my rule.
Yeah. I mean, you carry some disposables. I'll carry zip ties. I know that I had this happen where inevitably, if somebody's actually carrying some panniers, then they will get loose bolts in a rack, and the rack all of a sudden is loose. The rack, they don't
need some nail polish.
They don't Loctite anything, and then all of a sudden now you got a loose rack. So zip ties can solve some of those problems. I know in the past I've actually had to take people's bags off of their bike, and then I would have to carry them.
Because you're too nice.
Well, no, I mean, depends on the tour. Some tours, it's like you want to do that for people, and then some tours, it's like, yeah, I don't know what you can do. Hide it in the bushes. We'll come back, get it later with an Uber or something. No, I don't.
I've stashed clothes on a bike ride.
But yeah, that's common.
Yeah.
It's common.
It happens.
You just let them go, too. Just toss them on the side.
What was the... I say I do carry a derailleur hanger and a shift cable and stuff in my personal flat kit.
You do carry a shift cable?
I mean, it takes up no space in my... Because I got one of those Nittany tool roll things. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, why not?
We always tell people, too.
But I'm a professional bike mechanic. I feel like I'm efficient enough to...
You would be able... Most people couldn't actually decipher that would be the problem. They would just look at it and go, it's not shifting, something's broke. And they wouldn't even know what to do with it. And unless I'm going to encounter you on the side of the road, because we'll get. I've had tours where, especially the big ones, we've had people spread out over 40 miles, from start to end. And there's absolutely no way. I mean, if you're 40 miles ahead and you have a problem, you're going to wait like 3 hours for the back end because I'm going at 10 miles an hour. That's the back end. That's the average speed for the back end of the pack, and we run ahead of them a little bit and then hide in the bushes and wait for them to come by, and then we get behind them again. I got all kinds of stories on that. Someday I should share some of those stories.
You just like the bushes.
I had one time it was some, that's a whole story for another time, but I did actually I did hide in the bushes one time, and because I had some people that I did not want them to know that I was keeping tabs on them because...
Is that you and Larry did to me and Wes at Unpaved?
No.
If you're in the bushes, how do you keep your white shoes clean?
Oh, speaking of white shoes.
Yeah, you get them all dirty.
Yeah, you just beautifully segued.
Yeah.
Did you pre-read my tech tip for this week?
I did.
So
the problem, we've been getting really smooth at transitions, but we announce how smooth we were.
We proclaim that. Yeah. We need to settle down.
I was like,
So that is, so enough about first aid kit. I do have a tech tip this week, and it is on how to keep those white shoes clean.
In the bushes.
Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah, I used to do this with shaving cream, too, on my golf shoes.
Okay, well, maybe you have a different solution.
There's a lot of good, you have a very good tech tip.
Mine's a magic eraser.
Mine's black shoes.
You're the one that told me to get white shoes.
I don't have to clean them.
No, those little magic erasers. What you want to do is start first by getting all that loose stuff you can off of those fun white shoes with a rag, and then dip that little magic eraser in some water and do some really light scrubbing, and it's going to take away all those black marks off of those white shoes. But be careful not go too hard because those magic erasers are like sandpaper. They're a little abrasive, and you don't want to rub anything scratchy, raw kind of thing. And also be careful with doing that on color because you could actually
Pull
rub
the
the color off. Yeah, you want to test it. You know, like most people say, test it on a little inconspicuous portion of the fabric in your garment before you do your laundry with this. And anybody ever does that? No, I don't ever do it.
You're going to put your shoes in the washing machine.
My mother-in-law wants to put everything in the washing machine. She's always asking me, I want to put my shoes in the washing machine.
Mr. Marcus got a pair of those Joker RX-8s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we actually ordered 2, so I have 2 46. Well, I have 1 extra 46 now.
So you have them in the shop?
They look good.
Yeah.
I need to post them, actually.
See, I just don't know what I'd ever wear those with.
Exactly. Like, you wear them.
You just wear them, even though you know they're going to be totally
roll with it.
But my kit game was on point today. I had that GTD Sunset jersey on, my black bibs, and those money VHS socks with my white shoes. It looked good. I may not have gone fast, but I looked good.
You were slow and flatless.
What's going on in Strava Club, Joey?
Well, I don't know how to pronounce this one because of the grammar. Jim Roberts, though.
I think that's pretty easy to pronounce.
Why? No, it's just capital. It's capital M, capital R, capital B, R. From Wall, New Jersey. So getting it done up in Jersey at
Nice.
179.9. Just couldn't go the extra 0.1 mile. Jason Behringer, can't read, from Rhode Island had 150.6.
Good job, Jason.
And Wendy Kinnaman from Pennsylvania had, excuse me,
What are you doing?
211.3. And as Brian says, I always stock to make sure riders are legit. And Wendy had a ride named First Gravel Bike Ride or something like that. Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Because I do that. I did. You do the same thing.
I
We both do.
I want to make sure they're not just one of those spammers.
Yeah, we both do the same thing.
I mean, you get a little too into it. No, just
Well,
kidding.
no, I mean,
just-
I clicked on her profile, and you know, it was like I was just scrolling through, and like
Bam,
one of the
bam,
first, like said, first gravel bike ride or something like that. So I was pretty excited that know.
Our numbers are back up to 141.9 to break in.
big jump back up from
We had
the
a nice
low
weather week
130s.
last week,
Yeah,
mid-Atlantic wise. It went back to normal where it's ungodly hot. We also, we did go out in the middle of the day yesterday fishing.
yeah. We
I
got
missed
off.
a couple patches of sunscreen on me, but
Did you? I think we got off the water too at the exact right time. The
it was
wind came
literally
out.
minutes.
Yeah.
Good thing we were on a bike ride down there. That would have been horrible.
But that was literally like up almost 10 miles from last week.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like in the low 130s.
It was like
last week.
131.
Yeah.
We did go up 1 to 614 from 613.
Nice.
And if you are not following our Strava Club, we are at strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah,
Excellent.
you know.
Excellent. I don't know. We didn't talk too much about bike stuff tonight. I'm sorry. I kind of went off like a really long time on the first
Well,
kit, but
there are 38 Gumwall Pathfinders available on the West Coast, but it might take me about 12 days to get them in.
I'll give those a shot.
You go all black?
Yeah, I'll go black. Just change it up.
Okay.
Change it up. It's all good.
It'll look good.
It's all good. Hey, you want to jump into this or that? I think I got some good this or that's this
I
week.
haven't read any of them. I'm just going to...
Well, don't read them. Don't read them. You ready for them?
I'll turn it to everyone. Oh, I opened up a new tab.
Turn your computer around to face the live stream and open up that page that's got all your passwords on it. Yeah, that'll work. What is on there? I don't even know.
I don't know. You just told me to leave my passwords open. I got my PNC on there, my Comcast, my Smego.
Okay, first item on this or that. Group ride in the age of COVID or keep hacking away at biking solo. What are you after?
I can't ride my bike.
Well, you know what I mean.
I think it's safe that we should be hacking it solo. There, as the memes say, just because you're over the pandemic doesn't mean the pandemic's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. That's
All the
like
youths are
Confucius
posting
say.
it.
Oh.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I think there's still a problem.
Yeah.
I think if you do it safely, I am not riding with a mask a whole bike ride. I'll tell you that.
No.
I'll ride
No.
solo any day over that. I don't know. I mean, we're comfortable with each other. We've ridden multiple times during
Yeah.
COVID.
I think you pick and choose.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you're around a very small group of people, and I think I think you continue to grow that small group of people slowly. I think that's probably the right way to reintroduce yourself here to socialization. And I only put that out there because, SICK is getting ready to open up.
Someone
group
posted
rides.
about like snot rockets are now outlawed or something. I was like,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have been part of a group ride in the first place. I've gotten a snot rocket full blast before. That's
That's gross.
that's disgusting.
I think we're doing it right, though. I mean,
What is like the 6 rules?
so what it's going to be is no more than groups of 10 departing as a quote-unquote group. And basically 2 riders go, and they get a certain distance, and 2 more riders go, and then they get a certain distance, and 2 more. So it's not really a group ride.
it's like a
sort of-
freaking ski lift. Like,
Yeah.
all right, next victim, please.
And then at the beginning of the end, socially distanced and masks, but no masks on ride. So you're either riding side by side with somebody, or you're doing 20 feet apart. That's sort of like the golden rule.
So you're basically riding solo.
Is what it kind of comes down to, but you still get the essence. And I can also understand too, some people that are just starting out. It's a great way for them to kind of get an understanding of some ride etiquette. So that's a good thing. I think that's fantastic. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And the other thing is that there's got to be an understanding that not everybody's going to be ready for it. And only people who are ready for it should actually come out to that. So that was kind of a serious this or that. But would you rather have, Joey, when you're on a group ride, a water balloon fight or a food fight?
Ooh, that was pretty good.
You like that?
On my ride, so I have to throw it while I'm riding?
Yeah. You're either having a group ride food fight or a group ride water balloon fight.
I'm going to go, I don't know what food I'm going to pick up, like some mashed potatoes. I'll take water balloons and put them in my jersey pocket.
Throwing power bars at each other.
Like if I rode today, I'd want to get nailed with a water balloon. It was hot.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to actually. The bike food's expensive.
Super soaker.
I would. Ooh.
I'm just mount it on the front of my handlebars, just a little turret.
And you could turn it and
maybe I'll do that.
Well, I was thinking like you would put a big basket on the front of your bike and fill it with water balloons.
I'll put my pizza rack and fill it up.
Now, there is no requirement here that the water balloon fight or the food fight has to just take place between participants in the ride. You could actually find some randos and toss some mashed potatoes.
That's mean.
They didn't enter the contract or sign their waiver. So I think a water balloon fight on a bike ride would be fun. I think that would be like I get a kick out of that. It's like a game of foot down.
Oh, yeah.
You could do it in a parking lot and have like a rolling water balloon fight. You can't throw at somebody with a foot on the ground, and you can't throw with a foot on the ground. So you've got to be rolling, and your target has to be rolling. Or now, how would that work? Because then all somebody
should
would
do
just
about
put
playing bike polo. You ever played bike polo? No.
No, I've seen videos of that. I don't want to do that. Have you done that?
Yeah, me and Wes did. I broke a guy's finger
God.
into my wheel. And he was okay with it. It was in Oregon in a parking garage.
I think foot down scares me a little bit too.
Oh, that's like bike polo on steroids.
Yeah, that's like
With a stick.
it's like wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like bike wrestling.
Wrestling.
Okay, third item on this week's This or That, Joey. Unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life. Now that doesn't mean, I'm going to clarify for it. That doesn't mean that that's the only thing you have to eat.
No. But
It's just that anytime you wanted sushi, you could get unlimited sushi. Or anytime you wanted tacos, you could get unlimited tacos.
if this was like a real thing, this might be the hardest this or that I've gotten, I think.
Uh-huh.
I
That's
love
tough.
both.
That's tough, isn't it?
What kind of tacos are we talking?
Any kind of taco. If it qualifies as a taco, unlimited tacos.
Can I do one of my side rants that I always do?
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
even asked.
Yeah.
Josh Sanchez, Mr. Little Josh, who can just go out and ride 400 miles in a day.
Uh-huh.
Other than the fact that we took his bike apart and I kind of left him stranded down here, he Monday morning he was going to ride up to Baltimore because he did go to UMBC.
Right.
And he's staying home for the semester because it's all online anyway, so he's not
Right.
wasting his money. But some of his friends up there live up there, so he wanted to visit them. And he found some lady on Facebook Marketplace who was selling tacos out of her house for like $2. And she had just had like a picture of this plate of food, and Josh like pre-ordered like 5 of them. They looked amazing. They looked like quesadilla tacos.
Did he go get them?
No, I took his bikes and pieces.
Oh.
He's okay. I think he should give him his money. I don't know. Those looked amazing.
It's only $10 in tacos.
I might go with sushi though.
Really?
I love making tacos, and I just started making sushi, and it's a lot of work.
See now,
Like, it's an hour of prep, and then you do all this, and you just eat it really quick.
I would do sushi.
Yeah,
It's-
sushi. I love
I would do sushi because
sushi tacos.
for one reason. Sushi's a whole lot more expensive than a $2
Oh, yeah,
Tuesday
that
taco.
too.
So unlimited, but I didn't clarify whether you had to actually. No, unlimited means you can get as much as you want, and it's just free.
Yeah,
it just
spread the-
rolls
spread the
in.
wealth.
There's like an Amazon delivery drone that comes to your door and drops off like sushi. Just
We get
anytime you want.
sushi every Friday night.
I would do sushi. Hands
Island
down.
sushi.
I love sushi. I love sushi.
Man. Yeah, or poke.
Poke. I had a poke bowl from Island Sushi the other night.
Oh, it's delicious.
It was
I
just
don't
okay.
necessarily like their poke.
Yeah, I
It's
was
okay. The only time I've had it when we were like last year, we were doing show notes and stuff there.
Yeah,
The place that we had up by
Oh,
that
that
I want to
was
go if we go to
awesome.
the Gunpowder.
Yeah.
I'm going back there.
that place.
But I
was
want to get
really
the
good.
burrito, sushi burrito.
No, I'm getting a poke bowl.
I wanna
again.
get both.
I love the way that it was like
You
a
brought me back
Chipotle.
to life there.
Like where you could go down the line and just put everything you want on it. Yeah, people were in the car like, no, we don't need any food. I'm like, yeah, Joey needs food. Okay, this one, last one, no explanation. I'm hoping that you just get it, and I'm sure that you will.
Yes.
Prison Mike or Date Mike?
Prison Mike.
Definitely Prison Mike, huh?
Yeah.
Prison Mike was really awkward for me.
Prison Mike is. Now I sound. Prison Mike was pretty bad, but Prison Mike. I mean, it was pretty funny.
Date Mike was with the hat, the Kangol hat on backwards, and with the pool where he met the manager of the bar. That's like a fun. You could like talk about that later, and that was.
Oh,
that
you
was
could.
fun.
Prison Mike
Mike-
was one of the things just out of the blue. Was just like, oh my god,
Prison-
that happened on TV.
Prison Mike made me very uncomfortable. And it almost, in a sense, jumped the shark for me with Prison Mike. But I could see Michael Scott doing Date Mike.
Mm.
I could see that happening. So that for me, Date Mike. But Prison Mike was just a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
just
too
the
much.
picture of him with Prison Mike as with the memes behind it.
Yeah.
That's what I find funny. Just his
Yeah,
look with the
yeah.
bandana and everything.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm glad you got that.
It's
I
facial expression,
knew
yeah.
you would get it. I knew. That's why I was like, I'm going to put it in here, and it was probably I saw a Prison Mike meme when I was doing show notes.
Yeah.
That's probably what sparked that, and I threw it in there. So, hey, you got anything else before we shut this down?
Can I look at my computer again?
Yeah, absolutely. Take a look. I want to see what's going on over here on the live stream.
I am going. So I might have open access to a salsa pre-book if anyone is interested in some salsa bikes in the next couple weeks. I'll talk more about that next week. That's about it. The bike industry is shutting down in about a month and a week, the month of October. I'm just trying to update everyone on that. That's about all I got.
That's all you got? Okay.
Yeah, we didn't do too bad live.
No, yeah, I think we did okay. I think we did good. We kind of forgot it was. I forgot it was there for a little while. Oh, I mean,
It is what it is.
Just felt like we were doing our thing.
I kind of got into like a food coma halfway through. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
All that food settled in. I'm like,
Joey fed me a whole bunch of leftovers, which were amazing. The little meatball things with the cheese,
sliders,
and little had twice baked potatoes with sour cream on top, and
some shrimp left over from that boil.
all kind
Oh,
of.
we
good
got
stuff.
watermelon balls soon.
We'll do
for
those
the next
between.
podcast.
We'll do those between.
I need that seltzer.
Okay, everybody, thanks for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. This is a listener-supported podcast by some pretty incredible people on Patreon and
PayPal.
or PayPal. Our show can be found. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to mute you here.
That's
You know,
fine.
Settle
They-
down.
they can't
settle
mute me.
down. I'll come over there and talk to you. Our show can be found wherever you find your favorite podcast. You don't have to look too hard or look too far to find Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. All you got to do is search. How you like that? Haven't done that before.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey.
How do they contact us?
How do they get in touch with us? And I was so. It was another thing that was on my plate today was to find a little West clip, and I was going to have it all.
Well, you
dubbed
do
in.
too much as is. Don't worry.
I get it.
You even posted those pictures. I forgot. If I don't write it down now,
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing regular work on my computer.
Oh, you need to do
right
work,
after.
work. You need to do work.
I've actually been trying to shut myself off lately.
I think you probably
Like this morning, I would have done an hour's. I would have been going through stuff before.
No, I know
I
you-
watched Carrie, what's her name, fishing on YouTube, and Greg Blanchard this morning ate my potatoes.
So, I know you pretty well now. You'd say so.
Yeah.
And yesterday, I could tell you. You know, we were fishing. You were like on the phone, like
Too much.
stressing over messages and stuff.
Yeah.
And you do. Yeah, I've told you that before. You need to take Step
Actually,
back.
I might. We need to talk because I have word. People don't want to hear our life.
They
But
do.
Russ has like 12 days off, and Dave was hitting at me to just take a day off
How about you take 12 of them?
with the gunpowder.
Let's do it.
Poke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poke
Well,
powder.
you know I'm game.
But or we could find one of our amazing gravel routes and ride it at our website at graveltraveldirt.com.
How about you take 2 days and we do both?
Oh, we could camp and ride or bike and fish.
There you go.
We can call Travis.
Sir.
We'll update you at our gram when we do that at Mid Atlantic GTD, or call us during your busy, non-busy COVID work schedule at 410-231-3850. And the hashtag is still there.
Did you check it?
No.
I haven't checked it in like a month.
Well, I'm waiting just to build up stuff.
Okay.
I have my Twitter to notify me, but
Now, I want to say this. I have done the live stream is over here, and I haven't looked at the chat feed really at all. So, sorry, everybody. I'm not ignoring it. It's just, there's a lot of technology and stuff going on up here.
Yeah,
So,
we didn't get anyone.
you can actually get on it, can't you?
I can. I'm checking ask.
There's been people in there. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the very first successful, at least I hope successful, live stream. That's exciting. I'm excited that we actually got the technology to work. Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded this week right here in Joey's kitchen, and now everybody gets to see what Joey's kitchen looks like.
A section of it. It's
pretty awesome.
Next week, we might be upstairs.
Yeah. We're gonna figure out this whole table thing so that we're not so.
I mean, technically,
awkward.
Travis used our first aid kit. He used the hashtag in the first aid kit.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, yeah, we might be recording it up in the Bat Cave, on my
Cool.
third floor next week, around
Cool.
a round table. You can see all my tchotchkes.
I'll ask my mom if I could spend the night.
Oh, we could make a fort up there.
Thanks, everybody.
Jess will be hearing us giggle all night. You be quiet.
Hey, everybody, thanks for riding along with us. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others, and stay healthy.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. I don't know how to stop this. Stop
Plug it. I don't know.
that. And then
Now we can shotgun beers.
end stream.